Hmm. Hey guys, I'm gonna make just a very quick video on my review of the demo, and I said most of my comments um, at the end of the last playthrough. I've never done the Kings one before, but maybe I didn't get the rewards last time because I didn't do the tutorial. So maybe you get the rewards with the tutorial. But this game is very good. Very good game. And it's not even, everything's not even out yet. But the first thing I like to do is, you get your troops together, you assess what you got. Um, you can get rid of a couple guys if you need to, and then you know kind of what you're doing. Now, I don't know. Maybe it's best to do like the training fields first, a training dummy or the archer field, because you definitely got the resources right now for it. But what I usually do, I usually get the tents and the infirmary so you can heal, and then I get the altar or the stock, and then the altar usually, and then like later on I get these two things. So I don't know which is best. Like I said, I've only played this game a couple times. I'm brand new to it. Um, but it's very simple. I mean, the first one is strength, and it tells you little thing about it: dexterity, constitution, health, and then you got courage, which is like morale. I really don't focus on morale. I think having a high constitution for a tank is really good. So like this guy, I would definitely want like a shield on and have him as like a tank or something. So you can swap equipment around. Um, I'm just right clicking to open the window. Um, like this guy right here sucks. Like he has no health. Now, I mean, you can train him and spend the time to make him, decent. This guy's awesome. That's what, but he's got dex, so you'd probably want to have instead of like this, you would probably want this pitchfork. Now I might be wrong. And what's also kind of cool is you can actually give them. Now this guy wouldn't be like a bad archer either. He's got 5 decks. Unfortunately, they didn't give me an archer, so I don't have a bow to give him. But what's interesting about this guy, like, I can give him a shield too. Now the shield don't do much, only 5% chance to block, but I mean, it's something, and it kind of, just having a shield makes you a little more comfortable sending to the front line. Like, this guy's not bad either. He has 5 strength, 3 dex, 4 constitution. This guy would be a good archer candidate. Like I said, he's got 5 decks, but the problem is we don't have a bow. But I think when I started out choosing the other one where you get more gold, like this bar is further along. Like I think it maybe starts like down here. I don't know if you can see my mouse is, but probably 2 centimeters to the left of where this is. But yeah, you got 60 gold, so you could buy either 3 of the $20 ones, or you could buy 6 10 ones, or this one doesn't have any 5s, but my last playthrough I had some that were 5. So like this guy's got 5 constitution, so his strength is low, but you can give him like a pole arm or something and a shield if you have it. Now this guy is what you're looking for. I mean, the only bad side about this dude is his morale is really low at 4. So at some point you might have to bump that up, but honestly, like, I have not really noticed it, to be honest with you. Like, this guy's an archer, so you could like buy this guy for 10 and you could give it to the guy that's got 5. I kind of like the different kind of armors and stuff. This guy could be an archer too. He's got 5. This guy you'd want for like a frontline tank, a cheap frontline tank for 10 bucks. Another good tank, 20. I would probably pass on this guy. He does have 10 courage. Um, this guy's really good, and he's got 9 courage. But ideally, I would want an archer. Or if nothing else, just take the bow. And you can actually just say camp near here just to get to the screen, to this screen, so you can actually change the gear. So like this dude, I mean, he's not a bad archer with 4. And just to where I built it, I built the tent, my stamina down here, healing up here, and then my altar up here, and then this little stock I built in the corner. Your stash down here, like mine says 0 out of 15. When you start winning several battles and you don't get a chance to sell, especially if you have a lot of recruits die, you will have, the only thing they will keep a lot of times is their tunic, which actually weighs 1.5 kilograms. So I'm just right clicking. You can zoom in, zoom out. You can, with my middle mouse button, I can drag the screen left and right. This should be like 5 people maybe. We gotta bring 8. Okay. I want to say the first battle I had, I think last playthrough, I think it was 5.
Look at me.
So you just hit fight, and then I can zoom in a little bit and hit the rally button. Sometimes you'll see troops like fleeing the battle, and you can kind of hit the rally, and it'll go back, and it kind of tells you kind of up here kind of who's winning. We might have lost a guy or two, I'm not sure. We'll find out here in a sec. And we got a spear and a couple armors. Well, one thing I mentioned at the end of my last video was, if you're fighting like 10 guys, you would think they would have like 10 sets of armor, 10 weapons. And you only get like 1 weapon, and a couple, you know, like I think they need to uh, buff the drops, and that would solve a lot of problems because the main problem I had was you don't have enough resources. Like you just won a battle and you only got two of these. And if you like go to camp for a sec, like you'll look and see it says his wage costs 1 gold and 1 food. But like I mean I had like level 8 guys, not level 8, maybe like 6 or 7, level 6 or 7 guys, and they were like 8, I don't know if they were 8 gold or 3 food. They might have still been 1 food, but I think they were higher gold. So say you got 15 guys, every day you need at least 15 food just to feed those guys. If you're missing health and morale, you need another 15 gold to buy a round for them. Each of these buildings has a maintenance cost. So like this building costs 2 cloth and 2 wood every day. See now I don't have enough for the training fields, I don't have enough for that. I do have enough for the altar, but I usually wait for the tent, and I'm actually only missing 5 cloth. This guy, you can just tell he's hurt from the bandage on his head, but like this guy, his morale is really low. It's at 6. I might actually, just for the sake of it, build the altar first, because if I don't put this guy on the altar right now, there's a good chance that he could leave. Because he's only got like 6. So it kind of shows you like, I don't think they'll leave if they got low health, but if they got low morale, they can definitely leave. Like, everyone else is pretty okay. But you know, I can still throw some people in here. And then I just would head back to town and get another quest. I definitely would not do a 2-star. I mean, I could possibly pick up a couple more guys if I want to. I might play this out when I get some time. This week's going to be really busy for me, but I don't know. Like, if you look at each of these towns, it tells you, all right, this one's got an inn, a blacksmith, and a market. This one has an inn, a blacksmith, and a market. This one just has an inn and a market. This one just has an inn. This one has a blacksmith and a market. This has a blacksmith, inn, and a market. So over here, like where the blacksmith is, I think that's where you get the better equipment, like the legendary equipment, the legendary swords and bows and I think the prices are very reasonable. Like you know, the other game I was playing the series on, you know, the even just the rare equipment was like thousands of gold. You know, I mean, you can get a legendary sword or something for like $100 or a little more than $100 or a little less. So it is very reasonable, and I think um, maybe in my next playthrough I will try to maybe get more gear, which means I might have to go into fights instead of like bringing a full roster of 10. I might just have 8 or something. And you know, almost every game I play, it seems like I always mention Battle Brothers. I know this is a totally different game, but um, they did a lot of things right. And one thing, like I'm just mentioning about the loot, and the loot alone, a little more loot on when you finish quests will go a long ways because you really don't get very many resources. This is like I got 4 tools. Like the last battle, I got 2 tools. Like for my next building, like I'm not even close. You know, I need 20 more cloth. I mean, cloth's not that expensive in this game. It's actually fairly cheap. Um, it'd probably be worth it to even come this way just to grab the tools because they're so expensive. But probably going forward here, I'll take a look at my roster again and maybe purchase one of these guys, maybe like that guy. And I could, you know, pay 15 gold. It restores 10 health and 10 morale to everybody. We might even just take that level 2 quest. I really don't think we can do it, to be honest with you. Maybe if I had picked this dude up just for an extra body, we might be able to do it, but I think we're going to have some loss. I don't know why I was still moving there. I don't know where the arrow is. Oh, it's way over here. So usually there's like an arrow that kind of tells you what direction to go. I really don't want to fight that. Hey, I don't even think I lost anybody. See, we didn't get any gear that time. We just killed some bandits, but we didn't get any gear. The thing that sucks is you only got like 3 slots. I don't know how I got the King's chest before. I don't know if it was just like a random event or what, but very early on I remember I got the King's chest. I don't have quite enough. I might have had enough if I didn't camp right there.
Booga.
And you can't control the units, but you can control where you place them at. I'm just hitting the horn on cooldown. But I don't think you really have to do that. I think just if you see them fleeing, you hit the horn. No one died, so that's good. Now we actually might have enough for something. up here. You see now he's 2 gold. So I think every time you level up, it's an extra gold. And like I said, I had some guys that were like level 6 and level 7. So that's a lot of gold. When you got like 15 guys, a roster of 15, and every day you got to pay like that much gold. One thing I should have done a lot earlier, what I was doing though is I was selling my excess resources to purchase the legendary gear and stuff. And if I would have got like maybe the training dummy first, like these guys like over here that really aren't doing anything, they could just been training, you know, and then I don't know, like maybe this guy's level 7 of dexterity now or something. But you just click on the guys and drag them and but I think you need to upgrade some of the buildings much earlier than I did. I did it very, very late. And I mean, you might have like 5 or 6 guys that need healing, and you got room for 3. And so upgrading to that tier 2 gives you 6 slots. And my last playthrough, I kept the archery range here, and then down here I had the strength one. And this one's strength and con, and this one's dex and con. So, like, starting out with a high morale, like, this guy's got 4, and this one's got 3. Like, that's not very good. Whereas this guy's, like, 8 morale, or courage, or whatever. But, like I said, in that last battle, we didn't see anyone fleeing. I guess if everyone's dying and you're losing, they're probably more likely to leave. But yeah, I would just pick up some of these ones. You did see us do a 2 a minute ago. Like, there's an epic, this one's actually a one-handed. All the ones I had last time that were epic or that were 2-handers. But this is actually a one-hander. 10 to 14 damage, that's huge. And they also can give stats, like, so they give 1 con and 1 strength for this weapon. And some of the armors, like this one, gives you 1 dex. and 5% accuracy. One thing I didn't really understand about the archers is even when I had like 15 decks, like I was only doing the damage that the bow said. Like this says 4 to 6. What seemed to change was the accuracy. But like with the melee weapons, like this says like +5 here. I guess that's because they're adding the strength to it. So I don't know, maybe that's not implemented yet. So maybe like if I got 5 decks, really this should say +5 decks under the 4 to 6. I don't know if that's accurate or not. And then another thing that I think they could maybe change a little bit. I mean, just besides some of the visuals, like some of the armors are very similar, but they all start out like at level 5, and then like I think like you might have some light armor that's like level 6 armor, and then the heavy's like 7 or something. I don't know. Maybe they can tweak that a little bit, because I mean obviously you would want your archers to have like less like light armor, but then a lot of times on the front line you would want them to have heavy armor, unless you were doing some kind of dex build where you would probably want to stay light armor on the front lines. But I love this game. I mean, it's a really great game. They've put a lot of work and effort into it. Hats off to the developers. I think they're on the right track. I think they got something not just good, something great here. It's simple. It's easy to understand. Like here's the market. If I just wanted to buy something, I'd buy it. It tells me how much it is. If I want to sell, I just drag it over here. Change the slider. You know, it's very, very simple. I mean, honestly, if I sold some of this gear, I probably got enough to buy this weapon. But like I said, the weapons in this game are super powerful, because I don't know if this is like 5 to 7, then +5. But like I said, with the archers, it's a little different. It doesn't really say that. And outside of my master archer that had the epic bow, like the other archers really didn't do much. And I'm not sure how the armor pin and stuff like that's going to be calculated, or if it is at all. Like I said, pretty much everybody starts out at level 5 armor, and then like the epic armor is like level 7, and the rare is like 6. So I just know when you have got a legendary bow, I mean, you're doing like, instead of like 4 to 6, you're doing like 10 to 12. And that's like a massive boost. And the same thing with weapons. Like, good lord, a one-handed sword doing 10 to 12. I mean, that's massive. But yeah, you just would keep healing up and doing quests, and like I said, I did do a 2 skull, but um, probably want to stick to the 1s for a little bit. Maybe as you get 10, at least 10 guys, you know, maybe go for the 2s. But with the 2s, you're probably going to lose some people. So then out of your, 100 gold, you need to buy new recruits or, that kind of thing. The journal's down here on the bottom and tells you what day you're on and the king's pleasure with you. And the game ends, when the king's satisfied with you. But yeah, I don't know how I triggered that. I had a chest one time from the king. I don't know if it was for finishing the tutorial or maybe that there are some random events, like there's some little question marks when you just roam around the area, the map. I saw something about maybe like giving some food to some animals, and then they'll help you march a little further that day. But they take 10 food, or maybe they'll give you morale or something like that. But anyway, keep your eyes on this game, guys. This is a really good game. I hope you guys check out the demo. It's totally free. I know this game is in early access, but from what I can see, it's very well polished. Just the only minor critiques I got is I wish they would have, easy, normal, hard settings. Maybe make some of the armors more unique. I mean, sometimes they have like the same skin and it'll have different names to it. The heavy armor I saw had like massive movement penalty. It was like minus 20% movement speed. And some of the weapons have negative movement speed as well. But I guess that's to balance it a little bit because they're so powerful. But anyway, guys, I give this like 9 out of 10. Yeah, a little bit more loot. Because I do think early on it's tough getting the buildings, and then getting the buildings upgraded, and then getting your roster. And to me, if you lose a battle, the game's pretty much over. And I don't know how you can tell what the more about the mission. I mean, I think they need to tell you, hey, 11 players, 11 guys is recommended if they're like level 1s, or a little bit more information on that, because sometimes you might go to do a contract and you're thinking you're going to need 13 guys, and they got 15 slots for you. But if I'd have known you could bring 15, I probably would have recruited 2 extra guys. But what I did in my last one was when after I built this, I built an archery range here, and then the strength one down here. I basically had 3 two-handed melee DPS guys that were constantly training here, and then I had my archers constantly training here. And I really didn't train my tank much. I just kind of put good armor and stuff on them that gave them some bonus constitution. And as I continued grinding and doing more quests and building up, I managed to get a core group of 5 or 6 guys, and that were really good, and then slowly add to it. And I would keep a couple of these like level 1 with 5. I mean they got 50 HP. I mean that's 50 damage they got to go through. And if one of these level 1 guys can, hold 2 or 3 enemies in place for 4 or 5 seconds, given time for my heavy two-handed DPS and my heavy masterwork bows and stuff to do the damage, I mean. That's all you need. I mean, even if you just put one guy, like let's say this is the battle screen, you put one level 1 tank in this corner and put a level 1 tank over here, and then you got your main tank and your two-handed DPS and your archers. But like I said, what I would do is I would say this is like a weak unit. I would put a couple weak tanks maybe to this side of the map, and then have my strong characters. Sometimes it worked out, and sometimes it didn't. One time they had they were way in the back line killing over here, and then the army split, and half of it split this way and half of it split this way, and unfortunately the only people down here were my archers. But because I had 4 of them, they managed to do okay. And I was going to try to do like a semicircle. To kind of like create a kill zone, or maybe a concave. I don't know, the concave and convex, but so you kind of have like a kill zone that brings the enemies in. But I really didn't notice much in the run speed and stuff. So I mean, if you know one unit's faster or slower, you could maybe put them behind a couple units, and then they'll eventually catch up to be in the front. Yeah, I just can't say enough good things about this game. I think it's a really great game, really great ideas. It's definitely unique. You know, they've taken some good ideas maybe for some from some other games, but they got their own unique game. And you can see down here my stats is 7.5 out of 15. So at some point I need to build this. I need 20 wood. But I really don't need to worry about it right now because honestly, like having an archery range or having somewhere where these other guys that aren't doing anything can at least be training um, instead of just standing around. And like I said early on, I think you need to upgrade. Definitely for my archers, they needed the stamina one a lot. Um, the melee, especially the tanks, probably need the morale a lot more. I'm not sure. But I really haven't seen much content on this game released. There is another game that's kind of similar name. So I don't know if that's why it's hard for me to find videos of this game. But hopefully, I mean, the demo just came out, so hopefully there'll be other creators and other people that know a lot more about the game than I do, because I really don't know. Much, but it's a very addicting game. It's very, very fun, and I encourage you guys to give it a try. Thank you for watching. I hope y'all have a good morning or evening or whatever. Take care.